as Mexico takes on Jamaica to get us started here in the final round of women's under 17 qualifiers. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here in this final round. Only the group winners, along with a best second-place team, will advance. As you look at the pitch conditions here in Costa Rica, it's a lovely start to the day here, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. The chances for precipitation are under 50%. We hope that it stays that way throughout the day at these qualifiers. Got a really good triple header in store. And again, we start the day here in Group C. It is a jam-packed group. Mexico takes on Jamaica. Costa Rica is also taking on Panama. Only one, possibly two, teams out of this group eventually will prevail. Very interesting to see how all of this is going to shape up for a number of different reasons. Obviously, we talked about it. Only the three group winners remaining out of our three qualifying groups in this final round of qualifying will progress to the 2026 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. The good news is that, yes, the best second-place team will also advance and get the same reward, but it's so jam-packed. Each of our three groups are so tight, so much talent, so much pedigree. So it's going to be interesting to see who prevails after our rounds of qualifying conclude. Each group is made up, as you can tell from the standings here, of 4 teams. So there'll be 3 match days of games concluding on March 22nd. And by then we will know who will advance to the Under-17 Women's FIFA World Cup. 2 sets of players are about to make the walk here in Alajuela. You can see Mexico in their greens with the red socks and the white trim. Jamaica are in their predominantly gold kits with the green and the black trim. It's going to be fascinating to see how this game plays out. Again, with only 3 match days in each of these groups, every game is a must-win game. There's really no going around that. Can't beat around the bush when it comes to how much each of these games means. So both teams will be desperate to get out on the right foot and pick up 3 points here to start things off. And with that in mind, any drop points, even at the beginning of this final round of qualifying, could prove to be incredibly
Les pedimos mantenerse de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Jamaica.
As always, a great rendition of both countries' national anthems as we count down to kickoff between Mexico and Jamaica at the start of play in the final round of Concacaf Women's Under-17 qualifiers in Group C. It'll be really intriguing to see who can get the jump on the others in this group in the first of 3 match days of the final round of qualifying. Starting 11s for both teams. We look at Miguel Gamero's Mexico side. They qualified automatically as one of the top teams in CONCACAF for this final round. So first looks at the likes of Mia Urbano in the attack. Fernanda Monroy and Citlali Reyes helping to anchor things down in the midfield. Ania Lopez is in goal. And then, as we've always come to expect from Mexico at any level, a really strong defensive setup as well, led by Emily Delgado and Vanessa Paredes. Captains are about to meet with our officiating crew here at the center of the pitch in Costa Rica. A 4-member officiating crew on the field, and of course, with the Under-17 qualifiers, a friendly reminder that there is no VAR. So what they say goes. Captains will meet with them for the coin toss, the customary photos, and then we will obviously go from there. Reyes captains the side for Mexico. Kalila Daly captains the side for the Reggae Girls of Jamaica. Sandra Benitez of El Salvador is our head referee. Honduras and El Salvador are represented amongst our on-field officiating crew. So how does Jamaica line up? After a strong last round of qualifiers, Marlon Hilton brings the Reggae Girls to Costa Rica with a chance to make it all the way through. Mentioned Daly captaining the side in the midfield, Tiana Grant, Madison Bailey, and Elizabeth Miller, the strong triumvirate in the attack. Abigail Gillette, Felicia Brown, Chanel Walters key in defense, and it's Chevanique Barnes who gets the start in goal. Well, we talked about it. Jamaica had a really strong last round of qualifiers. They accumulated 10 points. They did not lose any of their games. And they had a +8 goal differential. They only conceded 1 goal along the way. The tough battle for them will be the history between these two. Mexico have never lost to Jamaica in the women's side at the under-17 level. 4 prior meetings have seen 3 Mexico wins and a draw. The Reggae Girls get us started. They're in gold, black, and green, and we are underway from Costa Rica. And the Reggae Girls try to get off to a very strong start here. The shot comes in from Chanel Walters, but the whistle will stop the play. Ania Lopez made the save. What a dream start this could have been for the Reggae Girls. And the player actually just in front of Lopez for Jamaica was in an offside position. But good save. Lopez wasn't to know that. Good recovery from the Reyes girls defensively. We mentioned both coaches for both teams, Miguel Gamero and his side. Expected to do big things, not just in these qualifiers, but if they make it through the Under-17 Women's World Cup. And his team's in behind here looking to strike first, and that's exactly what they do. What a start from Mexico. Sidlali Reyes with a captain's goal puts Mexico on top before 2.5 minutes have been played in Costa Rica. Oh, such a tough moment there for Jamaica. They thought they had their moment up one end to get a chance to get the opening goal. Mexico pounce at the other end and take a 1-0 lead. It's such a cool, calm finish. And Barnes, the goalkeeper, gets an outstretched leg towards it, but cannot keep it out. It falls so kindly for Reyes. And Reyes picks out the bottom corner. 1-0 to Mexico in a flash. And they look for another one here. But the volleyed attempt is gonna flash wide. Alex Chell, whose Concacaf got into a good position there for the volley. Not quite able to put that on target. Well, we just talked about who could potentially get the jump on the other. It's Mexico continuing to put pressure here on the Reyes girls. That was Mia Urbano off a takeaway. And she nearly hit the target. Again, Jamaica struggling to play out here. Urbano, inches away from picking out the top, let's just say top right-hand corner. Lovely strike. Well, I think Jamaica will think twice before playing out from the back now, as Mexico have already shown a few times what they're capable of. They win the ball back again on this far side. Cross towards the edge of the area, bounces through for Barnes. And there may have been a foul in the mix there anyway. Free kick to Jamaica in the end. Well, we talked about how it's a triple header and so many teams are in action around the groups. Today we're looking forward to see the US later. And Canada, another marquee team in the region, also in action as we get towards the late afternoon, early evening games around the grounds. We talked about it as well, particularly here in Group C, just how loaded this group is. Costa Rica and Panama also are underway in the other game in this group. So the big names, the big teams, the big players all competing in this final round of women's under-17 qualifying. That was a lovely run from Bianca Arredondo, but Mexico are stood up here on the far side. It's cleared away by Jamaica. Kyra Grant with the defensive duties there for the Reyes girls. And in the end, it's well read defensively by Chanel Walters. Didn't need to put a touch on it, ended up faking out some of the Mexico players. Wins a throw for her country here. Put back into play by Shiloh Gardner. Now on the turn, it was Sanchez. Trying to thread the needle out to the far side. Kimberly Garcia. Changa. Oh, and it could open up here for Mexico. They're going to tap this in for 2-0. Mia Urbano. Well, how silky smooth was that from Mexico? They play their way right through the Jamaican defense. Mia Urbano walks it in, and Mexico are 2-0 up inside of 7 minutes. Spectacular interplay. Well, you wondered how Mexico were going to get through initially. Just some lovely play. The square ball just opens Jamaica up. It's a 1-2 to get past Barnes in goal, and it's 2-0 to Mexico. And it's Reyes, who scored the first goal, who gets the assist on the second goal. Urbano makes it 2-0 to Mexico, just like that. It looks like there is a bit of a stoppage here. It looks like Marlon Hilton will get a chance to regroup with his players. Remember, Jamaica only gave up 1 goal in the entirety of the last round of qualifiers. They've conceded twice in under 7 minutes here, so they'll need a little bit of a chance to regroup. Mexico are off to a flying start, taking advantage of getting a bye into this last round. And Miguel Gamero's group are razor sharp so far. Can Marlon Hilton and his players rebound here after a very difficult start? It will be Jamaica. Get the ball back into play out of this stoppage. Well, all of that, of course, after Jamaica had a really good early chance. They went right after Mexico in the opening moments of the game. Could not quite get the shot past Ania Lopez. And Mexico's response has been 2 quick goals in next to no time. That is floated down this near side. Nobody there. Mexico to really pounce on it. It's a goal kick for Jamaica in the end. Talked about how Mexico in some ways have had Jamaica's number in the all-time series. Well, first 10 minutes have seen that bear out again. But there, of course, is a long way to go. And Jamaica will feel that if they can get one back, this one will be a long way from being decided. See there, 2 goals in the first 7 minutes of the game in a 4-minute span for Mexico. 3rd minute from Reyes, who then assists Urbano in the 7th minute. That ball stays in play for Vanessa Paredes to play in Lopez, the goalkeeper. Monroy on the cutback is stood up. And the clearance by Walters upfield. Well, that's where Jamaica are going to need to make a bit of headway here at times in this game. Mexico, really at any level, men's or women's, can be so difficult for 2 reasons. One, They're so good in possession. Tough to knock Mexico off the ball, just about any version of them that you play. And number two, even harder to do that when they have a lead. And Mexico, at this women's under 17 level, unfortunately for Jamaica, have both. And they're looking to build on the lead here down this far side. The cross into the middle looked like it was just kept into play, but Jamaica clear it. And Mexico will recycle it with Arredondo down this far side. Chance to cross this towards the edge of the area. Looked like the flag ends up going up here. It was Kalila Daly who had it covered for the Reyes girls either way, but the flag gives Jamaica a free kick. Barnes will put this back into play. I think Jamaica were deciding whether or not to play out from the back here, but think better of it. And we'll clip it upfield instead. But even then, Mexico are ready for it. They win it right back. Numbers arriving in the penalty area here. It's played across. Oh, and it's out of reach. Just needed a touch towards target. Now Sanchez, dispossessed, but Mexico will keep it via a throw just to the right of the Jamaican technical area. There's Kanga striding to the byline here, but he's, was out-muscled initially, nearly kept it in on the back end. You can see the smile on her face. But it looks like it did roll over the end line. It's a goal kick. Nearly a wonderful effort. Just look at the Jamaican technical area. Marlon Hilton leads the charge there, hoping to get his Reyes girls back in the battle here. What a ball that is, over the top. The one-time cross was blocked. But Mexico do such a good job getting the ball right back and staying on the front foot. Reyes down this far side. Has help behind her. And it could open up for a cross, maybe even a shot. That Barnes is able to blast out of play, but at the expense of a corner to Mexico. Wondered if Chevanique Barnes maybe could have caught this instead of booting it out for a corner, but there was a lot of velocity behind the shot.
Fifi, I want you back. Right here. Fifi back.
Lali Reyes is going to take the corner here. And from the corner, it's a free header. Flashed just wide. That was a really good run. Vanessa Paredes rising the highest. And wasn't far away from giving Mexico a 3-0 lead. Did land a bit awkwardly on the back end, but luckily looks to be okay for Miguel Gamero's group. Good cover by Grant defensively there. It's out for a throw on the far side. That's the 10th time Mexico have been in the under-17 women's championship in some way, shape, or form. We're champions back in 2023. And they're on the front foot again here. It's Urbano in the middle. Oh, that's a really sharp finish. That connection between Reyes and Urbano continues to prove too much for Jamaica. And Mexico are 3-0 up. It's Urbano's second goal of the match. And Mexico are in dreamland here inside of 18 minutes. Again, just that lovely cutback of a cross, but take nothing away from the finish from Mia Urbano. Again, Reyes does the hard work down this far side. It's her second assist, but what a first-time finish that is. Into the bottom right-hand corner by Urbano. And Mexico are playing at a very, very high level here. Talk about clinical finishing in the final third. And Mexico are showing their dominance early and often in these opening 18 minutes. It's going to be a foul and a free kick for Jamaica just inside the Mexico half. Like it was Jaya Lecky being tripped up.
Damas y caballeros, gol para el equipo de México, anotado por la jugadora número 9, Mia Urbano, al minuto 18.
It just allows Jamaica to move the ball further towards Mexico's penalty area, alleviate some of that pressure. But Mexico are first to make contact on the set piece, and they'll clear it. And it's touched out of play. It's a Mexico throw. Jamaica have quite a bit of history in this event as well. Talked about their great performance in the last round. It's their 7th appearance. To get to the third place match against the US back in 2013. Same year Mexico won it. Tell this competition has brought the best out of these two countries at the under-17 women's level over the years. And look at Reyes, just continues to wreak havoc down this far side. Lovely give and go. It's touched back into Reyes' path. And then eventually Jamaica touch it away from her, but the offside flag is going to go up. We talked about it. Reyes and Urbano are packing quite the 1-2 punch. Another brief chance there for Jamaica to play their way through. It doesn't happen on that near side. Up the other end, Mexico are plotting another attack here. Early ball in behind for Urbano, who will get there, but is forced to settle for a corner. Great recovery run by Daly, but Mexico still has it via a set piece.
Kick in middle of the yeah.
Mexico on the prowl again, looking to really put a rubber stamp on this first quarter of the match.
Hey, give it to Fifi. Hurry!
From the corner. Ooh, it was nearly a free header. Good glancing defensive header by Jamaica to get that out of harm's way in the nick of time. Likes of Grant and Brown and Daly are helping Jamaica vitally out here, trying to stay around in this game, really. Mexico are teetering on going over the hills and being far, far away here. Monroy. Near side, Nunez. Nunez again. Right towards the edge of the area. Cross into the middle. It's going to be cleared out. Not definitively cleared yet. It's a long distance shot. Off the boot of Daphne Sanchez. Good save by Barnes. Now then, Tiana Grant quickly swarmed. Great repress by Mexico. They win it right back. That header will bounce towards the far sideline, kept in play by Garcia. Changa. And a nice ball up ahead for Urbano, whose pass was cut out. Jamaica trying to play out here with Bailey. It's then clipped up ahead. But it's one back for Sanchez. Played up ahead for Nunez, and Nunez is swarmed. But Jamaica again trying to clear it onto this near side. It was the right ball to play, but Walters was beaten to it by Monroy. Another look at that Daphne Sanchez attempt. Pretty well struck, but Barnes was well positioned to make a comfortable save here. Almost sort of sets it into the air like a volleyball player. Took all the sting out of it and made a comfortable catch. And both teams will head in for, well, not quite head in, but will head over for some refreshments. A little bit of a cooling break here with about 20 minutes plus stoppage time left in the half. What a half it's been from Mexico. Scored 2 goals in the first 7 minutes of action after Jamaica nearly created a big chance up the other end inside the game's opening minute. But since Mexico repelled that Jamaica chance, they have been thoroughly dominant. They've been razor sharp in the final third and have been incredibly clinical. 2 goals from Mia Urbano, a goal and 2 assists for the captain, Silali Reyes, who's really led the charge for Mexico in this final round Group C opener at the Concacaf Women's Under-17 qualifiers. Remember, it's the first of many games that we'll have covered for you here today. We'll have a game from each group here in Costa Rica. We'll have the US and Bermuda from Group B after this game concludes, and then as the afternoon turns into the early evening, Group A takes center stage here in Alajuela. We will have Canada and Nicaragua, which should also be a fascinating encounter as well. Just very excited to see how all of these games are going to unfold. And again, despite a tough start, you got to remember that, yes, the group winners advance from each of these 3 final round qualifying groups, but the top second place team also makes it. So even if you're in Jamaica's spot right now, if you can limit some of the damage, maybe get back into the game, there's room to get back into the mix in these qualifiers. No questions about that. That's going to be looped over the top. Monroy just could not corral it. Great defensive work by Daly, who clears. But now can Jamaica bring it up the other end is the question. That's Madison Bailey with an early ball in behind, but it'll be easy enough for the goalkeeper, Lopez. That's an early ball. Up the other end looking for Kimberly Garcia, but it's Barnes for Jamaica, who sweeps it up. Well, we talked about how good Jamaica were in the last round of qualifying, but teams like Mexico got a bye for a reason. You have to remember that in these under-17 qualifiers, and you could just see from nearly the opening half an hour why they're one of the best teams in the region and hoping to be in the mix to be one of the best in the world at this age group. But there's a reason Jamaica are here, and they'll look to bounce back as this game continues on. Another early ball up ahead for Nunez, cut out by Grant defensively. Referee's going to halt the throw-in here, it looks like. And we might have a change here. Felicia Brown is jogging off here and is going to be replaced. Very early change here for Jamaica. Shiloh Simmons is the player who runs on. So first change of the game. We hope it's not an issue for Brown, but to wonder if that was maybe a tactical change from a Jamaica point of view, knowing you're 3-0 down with half an hour just about in the books. Maybe just trying to give the Reggae girls a little bit of a spark with some fresh legs.
Su atención, por favor, sustitución en el equipo de Jamaica. Al minuto 30 sale la jugadora número 5, Felicia Brown, y entra la jugadora número 2, Shiloh Simmons.
Well, there's our goal scoring summary. Reyes has a goal and 2 assists. 2 goals for Mia Urbano. I've seen Mexico live up to the billing so far in this Group C opener in the final round. early ball, trying to free up Reyes down this far side. A couple of Jamaican defenders handle it, despite bundling into each other. This might open up for a shot attempt here. Oh, one that smacks off the bar. Whoa. What a vicious strike from way out. One that Barnes could not handle. One that Jamaica are very fortunate not to have to pay for with another goal. That was a lightning bolt. Cross into the middle. This time Barnes reads it off the bounce. You wondered when it was struck, if it was going to sneak under the bar, and whether Barnes would have been able to make the save. She could not get anything on it, but it hit the bar flush. It hit it head on. And that's how Jamaica somehow survived what was an electric strike. Unfortunately, the Reyes girls have a player down here. Well, it was Emily Delgado taking the training wheels off on this strike. It was a belting effort. As you can see, Barnes cannot get anything on it, but it hits it flush. It hits it basically head on. And that's what allows Jamaica to escape. Well, what a dynamite goal that would have been from Delgado, inches away from giving Mexico its fourth goal of the half. The difficulty now, from a Reyes girls' point of view, is they've already had to make one change, whether it's tactical or for an injury purpose in this first half. They really don't want to have to make another if they can avoid it here. Marlon Hilton does have 3 defenders on his bench, a forward and a midfielder. That's all he's got left to choose from, as the Reyes girls are slightly shorthanded as far as the options are concerned on the bench. Mexico do have 3 more available subs to choose from than Jamaica does today. Both teams are back out, just over 10 minutes, plus stoppages left in the half. That's played down the line here by Arredondo, who pirouettes and does the exact same thing again. Cross into the middle, is cushioned back on the edge of the area. And that shot is going to sputter well wide, so far wide that it's still in play here. Goalkeeper is trying to shield away the defenders. Eventually the referee blows the whistle. Barnes was put in an awkward position there for Jamaica. And didn't give the ball up. That's the biggest part, how that sequence ended. But here comes Urbano on a hat trick. Sanchez past 2 defenders here and puts it into the middle. Oh, it was more of a shot in the end, one that Barnes sees fly wide of the target. Well, you wondered for a moment if Daphne Sanchez was going to sneak that into the bottom left-hand corner. Not quite, but not far off. Urbano, good pressure here. That's a miscued touch that allows Mexico to get right back on it with Reyes, the captain. Good step defensively by Shiloh Simmons. He'll stay with Mexico. Monroy. This is Sanchez. And Sanchez was stood up. Walters with the defending here for Jamaica. It is going to be a Mexico corner off the ricochet.
Just watch her, just watch her.
Oh, the referee saw maybe a little bit of pushing and shoving here. Let's make sure Garcia and Grant keep a bit of the peace here.
Nothing over, KK, if it's over.
KK, nothing over.
If it's over, call me. Yeah. Outswing.
Over!
Well, from the corner, it's headed centrally. And then the header is just over the top.
Yeah, on this line. Chef. Quick. Quick.
Monroy clips it upfield. Lovely take and a little lay down. Oh, and the finish is delightful. Second goal of the half for Silali Reyes, who just continues to shine for Mexico in this opening half. She has 2 goals and 2 assists, and Mexico have a 4-0 lead. Well, the touch just to set it up for Reyes was absolutely wonderful. Urbano returning the favor. Gets an assist for her name in this first half, along with her 2 goals. She just sets it up beautifully for Reyes, who dispatches it into the bottom left-hand corner. Magnificent play from Mexico in this first half. 9 and 10, continuing to do the damage. Reyes and Urbano, quite the pairing. And Urbano is in again here, the cross. He's too close to Barnes. Well, both Mia Urbano and Citlali Reyes have had a part in each of the 4 goals. They've either scored or assisted. 2 for each of them as far as the scoring goes. Urbano with an assist, Reyes with 2 assists. Pretty remarkable. Monroy up ahead. Oh, Grant with a defensive step, but it's going to go out for a corner here.
in front of me here. Somebody here. Shiloh, come. Back here. Shiloh, back four. Back four. He doesn't want that. Yo, back four. See, I told you. The ball!
The delivery from the corner comes up short, but it's for a layoff. The cross into the middle sees a redirected header by Nunez fly out of play. So difficult to get that technique right on a header like that. Nunez really did everything she could to try and send that on target, just a little too much on it. Good effort, considering the task she was asked to do in that moment. You have to find pace and precision from such a way out on a header. It's difficult to do that. Mexico maraud forward again here with Arredondo. The switch onto this near side. Fernanda Monroy. Cross is blocked. Now, can Jamaica turn this into something here in transition? The early ball up ahead, looking for Elizabeth Miller, is cut out. Monroy down the line. Good take by Garcia. Monroy behind her. Monroy's cross is headed down, but collected by Barnes. Now then, Mexico have it back. Oh, lovely ball through here. Oh, but the shot bends wide from Kimberly Garcia. Well, that's maybe the only time in the whole half, really, that Mexico have had that clear cut of a chance and have not taken full advantage of it. What a ball in behind by Nunez. And then Garcia couldn't hit the target. More marvelous play from Mexico. They have been such a joy to watch in this first half, just clicking on all cylinders at the right time in these qualifiers. And you feel for Jamaica, they've had some good defensive moments, but they've had to make a change and have just really not gotten out of their own half since the opening minute of the game, where they nearly snuck it past Ania Lopez. That's another long distance shot here. Barnes punches it over the top, and out of play was Daphne Sanchez trying to catch her off her line. Well, again, a very, very good strike considering the distance here, but Barnes does well. Palms it out for a corner. And we are into first half. Stoppage time in Costa Rica. Reyes will take the corner and lift it nearly perfectly into the path of Urbano, headed to this near side. This is Nunez looking for space for the cross. The cross is deflected. Not the best clearance by Simmons. And then was there a foul there? Referee says no. Clean challenge. And Simmons eventually clears it as we're well into the 2 added minutes at the end of the half. But then Miller cannot hold up the play for Jamaica. That allows Mexico to get right back on it. Certainly time for maybe one more attack. Nice gliding run here from Sanchez. Monroy, options in the middle. Tries to maneuver down this near side. Cuts it back. cannot find the gap for a cross here.
Yours, Tara, yours.
Sanchez did find the gap. It broke down there for Jamaica defensively. This is Urbano, who was on a hat trick, but may have to wait until the second half. Well, the combination of Monroy and Sanchez played through Jamaica on that near side. They could not keep them away. But eventually Urbano was put off, could not put the shot on target. And as Mexico controls it on this far side, the referee blows the halftime whistle in Costa Rica. Well, Mexico were marvelous in that first half, particularly Sidlali Reyes and Mia Urbano. 2 goals each for them. Urbano with an assist on top of that. 2 assists for Reyes on top of her 2 goals scored as well. Really impressive. Mexico have a 4-0 lead over Jamaica at the half. We'll have highlights and stats to come, and of course the second half as well. Halftime in Costa Rica in the under-17 Concacaf women's qualifiers in Group C. It is Mexico 4, Jamaica 0. Welcome back, everybody. It's halftime in Costa Rica. Mexico taking on Jamaica. Group C opener, final round of women's under-17 qualifiers. You see there, Jamaica forcing an early save out of Ania Lopez. The offside flag would go up. That was the only big chance Jamaica had in the first half. It was all Mexico after that. Reyes scoring in the 3rd minute, a captain's goal to put Mexico on top. She would just be getting started on her impact in the attack in the first half. It just bounces past Urbano there. Such a neat and tidy finish from Reyes to give Mexico the advantage. Mexico kept on coming. This is Reyes for Urbano, who would touch that in for 2-0. Mexico were 2-0 up inside the opening 7 minutes of the half. Reyes and Urbano just silky smooth to make it 2-0, and of course they would have more moments to come in the half. Free header there from Vanessa Paredes, just wide of the target there. Gonna be really, really interesting to see how she plays in the second half. And then Urbano, what a finish that is. First time strike into the bottom right-hand corner off the Reyes assist. Razor sharp, clinical play from Mexico in the final third. That made it 3-0, probably the best goal of the bunch in that first half. Mexico nearly had a couple others. Long distance shot there was saved by Barnes, who had a couple of long distance efforts to contend with in the first half. Might get to another one that came even closer from a long way out. That was Daphne Sanchez there, just spinning and shooting. Barnes touching it into the air, taking the sting out of the shot. This is the one we were alluding to. A smash from Emily Delgado from quite a long distance out, and it absolutely crashes off the crossbar. Barnes could not get anything on it, but the bar saved Jamaica there. And then a couple of headers here, looped over the top by Paredes, out of harm's way. And then a really good finish there towards the end of the half from Citlali Reyes. Second goal for her, an assist for Urbano. Add it all up, 4-0. Mexico leads with a big second half still to come. Nunez tried to redirect that header on target towards the end of the first half. And again, there was some good moments defensively from Jamaica, but Mexico just too clinical, too sharp in the final third. Although they could have scored there. That was Kimberly Garcia. Lovely feed from Nunez, but the ball bends wide of the target. One more long distance effort for Barnes to parry over the top off the boot of Sanchez. But really it was Reyes and Urbano doing a vast majority of the damage. 4-0, Mexico leads at the half. Jamaica will look to bounce back in the second 45. Halftime stats from this first half here in Alajuela look like this. Again, Jamaica had that early chance, but after that, it was all Mexico. 8 shots on target for Mexico in the first half. 4 of them went in. Really, really impressive conversion rate from Miguel Gamero's group. But again, Reyes, Urbano, Monroy, Nunez, Sanchez, all having a part in the chance creation. Mexico will look for more of that in the second half. Mexico, after a dominating first half, have a 4-0 lead. Second half's coming up after a quick break.
Guys, it is the 2026 Concacaf Women's U-17 Qualifiers.
Best goal of this second game tonight.
Every single club is still alive.
And the kickoff in this round of 16 in Concacaf Champions Cup.
The quarterfinals are on the line.
Another lovely layout. It's wonderful build-up play here. They played their way through. Oh, it's a wonderful finish.
This is football. This is the Concacaf Champions Cup.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Concacaf for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any picture descriptions or accounts of the game without the consent of Concacaf is strictly prohibited.
Guys, it is the 2026 Concacaf Women's U-17 qualifier.
Welcome back, everybody. Moments away from the start of the second half here in Alajuela, Costa Rica. Sean St. Jacques, our entire crew, it's great to be with you here. Mexico leading Jamaica after one half of play in Group C, final round of Concacaf W Under-17 Championship qualifiers here. Mexico are 4-0 up. They were marvelous in the first half. Can they continue that high level into the second 45? Jamaica will look to bounce back. Maybe try to get a goal or two back at least in the second 45. Silali Reyes, the captain for Mexico, and Mia Urbano really combined to do just about all of the damage for Mexico in the first 45. 2 goals for each of those two players, an assist as well for Urbano, 2 assists for Reyes, who had a hand in each of the 4 goals, either scored or assisted. She plays the ball forward here down this far side for Skanga. And it's a bit of an overzealous challenge that allows Jamaica to get a free kick and alleviate the early Mexico pressure at the start of the second half. Another look there was a miscued touch by Sanchez, and then we see so many times tries to make up for the mistake, ends up doubling down and commits a foul. Lovely ball played down this far side. It's just about kept in play. Mexico stay on the front foot here. First time cross into the middle. Bounces through Urbano, who's on a hat trick. Was able to lunge and get a boot onto it. Just could not put it on target. What a ball that is, in by Sanchez. Just out of Urbano's reach. Couldn't get the cleanest of contact on it.
Su atención, por favor, sustitución en el equipo
Ball
de
is looped over the
México.
top.
Entra
Just over Urbano's head.
la jugadora número 15, Camila Campos, y sale la jugadora número 4, Vanessa Paredes. También entra la jugadora número 14, María Pérez, y sale la jugadora número 20, Kimberly García.
Well, we have just been told that there were some subs that both teams made at the halftime interval. We'll update you on that. Jamaica made one change, where they made a change in the middle
la jugadora número 18,
of the first half.
Anderson, y sale la jugadora
Talisha
número 12,
Anderson came in for
Bailey.
Madison Bailey. Mexico made 2 changes. Vanessa Paredes and Kimberly Garcia make way for Camila Campos and Maria Perez. That shot flies in from Arredondo and caught by Barnes. Well, Mexico's changes are more in the defensive side of the game, that's for sure. Not much I think that Mexico could change as far as the attack. It was that good in the first half, and Jamaica is definitely more of a defensive swap as well. Bailey, an attacking player, although has kind of been playing more at right back at times in this game. Talisha Anderson certainly more of a defensive swap. That bounces in behind. Simmons tried to get on the end of that for Jamaica. But Mexico are there to slam the doors shut, and it's one of the substitutes, Campos, who needs a moment. You see that the confirmation of the Jamaica change, really trying to shore things up defensively in this second half. It's the only way back for Jamaica, really. Have to improve defensively and then hope that that flows through into the attack, where that front three really has not had much of a chance to collaborate yet this afternoon. But here come Mexico again, down this far side. Cross into the middle. Oh, and it's another fantastic finish from Reyes, who completes the hat trick. She's been a part of all 5 of Mexico's goals. It's her 3rd goal of the game. She has 2 assists as well. What a performance from the Mexican captain. And Mexico are 5 to the good. Great ball in. Such a sharp first time finish. The precision and the pace on that are second to none. It's Monroy with the assist. And the ridiculously good Citlali Reyes continues to sparkle and shine under the Costa Rican sunshine. They simply cannot stop the captain, who has led in every sense of the word for Mexico this afternoon.
Su atención, por favor, gol para el equipo de México, anotado por la jugadora
Hat-trick
número 10,
and 2 assists
al minuto 50.
with a spot in the Under-17 Women's World Cup at stake. Doesn't get more clutch than that, does it? What's the old saying? Big-time players step up in big games and in big moments. And Citlali Reyes showing us once again that she's a big-time player. That's going to roll out of play on that far side. It's a throw into Jamaica.
Yes, yes. That's Elisa.
That's another long distance attempt from Sanchez. Loves testing the limits.
No, you're good.
Here is Reyes, and that hits into the referee. So it should be a drop ball here for Mexico.
Somebody tell us
Arredondo with the service. Flicked header lands out of play. It's going to be a corner.
One at front. No, she can't move it. Somebody has to come to the front. Hey, front! You kick it! Kick it, go, kick it, go. No! Thank you, that's good. Thank you.
It will be Sanchez. He's got a lovely right boot to deliver here. And she puts in a really good ball as well. The service was nearly perfect, but just a bit too close to the edge of the 6, where Barnes reads it well and collects for the Reyes girls. But then her outlet pass is picked off by Reyes. And Reyes wins another corner, it looks like here. Simmons tried to close her down. And Reyes might need a moment to recover here.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, that's not a good sign for Mexico. Reyes has just been sensational for the
There's 3 and 2.
Mexican side today. They've just been so good every time she gets on the ball, and she's just relinquished the captain's armband. So unfortunately, Reyes' race may be run here. Maybe lands a bit awkwardly there, Reyes. And, well, you wonder if Miguel Camero looks at the scoreline here and thinks, well, let's not risk her any further than that.
Go.
Mexico still have this corner to work with here. Eventually it is served towards the far side edge of the 18-yard box, where Jamaica touch it out, but it's not definitively cleared yet. It's going to fall kindly for Escanga.
Good, good,
Ball
good.
back into the middle, again a header away. And Jamaica looked to pounce up the other end, but again, Mexico quickly retrieve it, and they'll win a free kick as well. That was well done. Maria Perez wins it right back. And she was clipped. No questions about that. The foul against Jaya Leckie. Looks like Mexico make the change official. Such a tough end to Reyes this afternoon. She was just sensational. Leaves with a hat trick and 2 assists. And is replaced by Naomi Rojo. Leaves Mexico with 2 changes left. Hopefully that's not a long-term injury for Reyes. Mexico will need her in the matches that are still to come. Group C. The volley off the set piece was nearly superb from Urbano, who was also on a hat trick. That one flutters wide. Well, the halftime score in the other game in our group was Costa Rica 2, Panama 0. So we're keeping you up to date as best we can on that score line. Here it's 5-0 to Mexico. The Reyes hat trick, the Urbano brace. Both of Urbano's goals were facilitated by Reyes as well. This ball in behind, another Urbano volley. Tough quarters there, tight traffic as well. Still puts it on target, but the pace, not enough to beat Barnes, who was on top of it. That ball's fluttered over the top for Nunez. And Nunez is offside. Free kick for the Reggae girls. Here's Delgado.
Somebody help!
Looks upfield. There's a cross-field ball out to this near side. Lovely distribution to Arredondo, who cuts in field.
Step!
Played out wide by Sanchez. Nunez for Arredondo. More patient build up here from Mexico. Spooned over the top for Nunez. Arredondo on the byline. Whips it into the middle. Header is cleared. And then hooked forward by Grant, out for a Mexico throw. Now then, Sanchez. Ball in behind is blocked again. Picked back up. Skanga. And on the layoff, it's Monroy. Well out of play.
Abby. Girl on. Up.
That's played forward down this near side from Miller. Miller wins a throw-in. Just haven't seen enough, have we, from Miller and Grant. They just haven't gotten any service of note. I believe it was Chanel Walters who had that really early chance, for those maybe just joining us here, inside of the opening seconds pretty much of the game. Jamaica forced that save out of Ania Lopez, and well, since then, for the better part of an hour, it has been all Mexico. Miguel Gamero has seen his team play very, very high level of football in this first half, and then obviously here in the second half it has trickled over as well.
Keep it on.
They have lost Reyes for now, at least for the day, with an injury. And we hope for their sake it's not too serious and doesn't impact the last 2 games in the group. Here comes the shot from Monroy. It's deflected. And it's out for a corner. Kyra Grant took all the sting out of the shot, but Mexico has a set piece. We come down to the final half an hour of our first game of the day.
Hey, Shadow, easy. Anything you're home.
Daphne Sanchez, who's now the captain for Mexico, will deliver. Great service, and the header is saved by Barnes. Might have hit off the post as well. And then it rolls out for another corner before Jamaica could clear their lines. More superb service from Sanchez. The first time header was by Urbano. Saved off the post by Barnes, out of play before Grant could definitively clear it for the Reyes girls. And then from the other corner, 2 chances to redirect it on frame. It rolls harmlessly out of play in the end. Mexico easily could have tapped that in if the runs were a bit more precise. Control by Walters there. But again, this has been the story of the day. Mexico, anytime they've lost the ball, anytime there's been an errant pass, they're very swift in winning the ball back. Arredondo brought down. It'll be a free kick for Mexico here.
Yeah, you watch the back. Match up.
Here was the challenge. Well, it wasn't the best challenge, was it, from Simmons?
Up! Get up! Yes,
I don't believe Simmons was booked for that. Maybe a bit fortunate to not get a yellow card. Mexico are on the prowl here. It comes out for a shot. One that is sent off target. Naomi Rojo sized it up, just could not trouble the goalkeeper in the end.
Drop.
That ball is looped over the top. Jamaica cleared initially, but only as far as Kanga.
Good. Up!
Her pass is cut out by Simmons. Arredondo.
Take it, drop. Take it.
Wonderful ball in. And despite a flicked header, it comes out for Rojo.
Chelsea.
And on the chop back, it's Perez. And it flashes just wide from Maria Perez.
You're fine. Why is he screaming at me? I did what I did. Yours again, Abby.
Another look, lovely layoff by Rojo here. Good cutback. And it just bends wide by Maria Perez. Boy, that looked like it was traveling in. Well, a bit unlucky, wasn't it, from Perez? Here's Urbano on a hat trick. Cuts in field. And sneaks it through to complete the hat trick. Mia Urbano's magnificent afternoon continues. She's the second player today for Mexico to complete the hat trick. And Mexico are up by 6-0 as this dominant performance continues. 3 for Reyes, 3 for Urbano. Marvelous finish, marvelous performance from Mexico. Another look, Urbano just cuts in on her right, had the look all the way, and Barnes was able to read it, just could not get down in time. Beaten for pace in the end. And it's a Mia Urbano hat trick here in the Group C opener. Here they come again, Mexico. Rojo. Still Rojo on the turn. It's going to be Daphne Sanchez, and it bounces into the waiting arms, I should say, of Chevanique Barnes. That's headed back, and Barnes is there again with 25 minutes plus stoppage time left. Well, remember, we still have 2 more games to come here in Alajuela. The U.S. taking on Bermuda in Group B. This game is over, so there's a Jamaican player down there, and then Canada and Nicaragua in the Group A nightcap as we sort of count backwards, at least alphabetically. That shot by Nunez is blocked. Rojo played it square, at least initially.
Good, Cara, you okay?
Arredondo's shot is blocked. It'll stay with Mexico on the near side.
Red.
I think the referee may have spotted some substitutions, or at least a substitution afoot here. That's going to be it for Elizabeth Miller for Jamaica. She'll be replaced by Jamara Jones. Tiana Grant makes way as well. Raquela Stewart enters the field for the Reggae Girls. So that's a double swap for Marlon Hilton's group. Mexico make a change as well. That's it for Mia Urbano. What a day for her, a hat trick and an assist. She's replaced by Cynthia Cabrera. And that leaves both teams with just one change available left. That's a foul going against Mexico here. A little bit of a follow through on the challenge on the press there. It's a free kick for Jamaica inside their own 18-yard box. That's a really good ball played down this near side. It's Anderson. Still a chance here for Jamaica, but then Mexico play their way through on this near side. One of the first times Jamaica have gotten the ball into the opposition penalty area since the opening minute. It's been really tough sledding for the Reggae Girls at times today. Mexico just too good at times, really. So much quality, precision, and clinical play in the final third. The ball is bent into the middle. It ricochets around, and eventually Jamaica clears. It gives Mexico a chance to service back in. Simmons working to try to clear this. She's dispossessed by Nunez. Now Sanchez tries to let the shot go, but it's well wide. Well, it's been Sanchez and Delgado who have shown the ability to fire in those long distance attempts. Haven't gotten one to go yet. It's been all Reyes and Urbano. You look at the goal scoring summary there. Both of them are now on the bench and have finished the day with hat tricks in the Group C opener for Mexico. But as it stands, would put Mexico firmly on top of the group after one match day. We still have to wait how the game between Costa Rica and Panama plays out. Oh, and then that's just a majestic finish over the top. Ixchelas Conga just rainbows it over the top and in for Mexico's lucky number 7th goal. Well, Mexico have tried these long distance attempts all day. That is a screamer from Concacaf. It's a wonderfully struck free kick, or really it's a struck open play goal. It's reminiscent of a free kick, but this is from open play. That's an unreal finish. Nothing Barnes can really do about that. It was struck so sweetly. And Mexico have another with 20 minutes to play. What a finish. Concacaf just thought, why not have a pop? And it just nestled beautifully into the back of the net. Well, while the two sets of players get a cooling break, a much-deserved cooling break here in this second half, we can tell you an update on the other game. Remember, it was 2-0 to Costa Rica at the half. It's now a 3-1 Costa Rica lead. Both games are roughly around the same spot as far as time is concerned. So far, Costa Rica taking care of business against Panama, though Panama still have a chance to bounce back in that game. Unfortunately for Jamaica, it has gotten away from them here. And Mexico are in very, very good shape. Not only to put those important 3 points on the board, but more importantly, that goal differential is going to put them, at least for now, firmly on top of the group. And for Jamaica, they'll have a lot of work to do if they're going to bounce back in this group. But again, remember, it's not just the first place teams in these 3 groups that go through. A top second place team in girls by any means. They're still very much in the mix, but they will need positive results, to say the least, in their last 2 games to stay in the hunt. No questions about that. There is a day break between match day 1 and match day 2 in the group. Panama play Mexico. It's coming up on Thursday. Jamaica will play Costa Rica. Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama against Jamaica on March 22nd. That's the final day of games in Group A. Just to give you the full match day schedule. But Mexico have just been too much for the Reyes girls. The quality, the precision, the accuracy, and the overall just dominant play in the midfield and in the final third have been key to Mexico's success today. It's going to go out of play. On this near side, Grant again on the cover for Jamaica. It's a Mexico corner.
Pick up, just pick up, just pick up. Yeah. Just clear. Keep!
From the corner, who it slips through Barnes' gloves, but her teammates are there on the backside to clear.
What the back?
Mexico come forward again here. This is Rojo trying to bundle her way through here, but Jamaica does well defensively. They clear it up ahead to Walters. Nice hold-up play by Chanel Walters. Walters combining with Jones here, and then it's won back by Mexico through Perez.
Go side.
Perez down the far side. Monroy back into the middle. Cleared only as far as Rojo, who unleashed a bending shot from right to left. That flies wide of the target. It'll be a goal kick. That's going to be it for Concacaf. Another goal scorer will make way and get ready for match day 2. She'll be replaced by Genesis Ion. There was the shot from Rojo a moment ago. Wasn't far away, but was always bending wide of the target in the end. Final 15 minutes here in Alajuela. Mexico looking to continue to improve, I should say, on their goal differential. However, that cross is blocked away. 3 different goal scorers for Mexico. That's fizzed in by Delgado. And Simmons here is told to slow it down. There's actually, I think, 2 players down for the Reyes girls here in potential pain here. Looks like Jamaica's going to make their last change. That's Carissa Salmon who's going to come in, it looks like. And Salmon's going to replace Shiloh Gardner, who unfortunately cannot continue. And that's it, Marlon Hilton's last change. Well, just like we said from the Mexican point of view, we really hope that that's not a serious injury for Shiloh Gardner. They're going to need her and the rest of the team the rest of the way here in Group C if the Reyes girls are to bounce back from this tough opening result. With that first half change with Brown coming off, you wonder if Jamaica's depth may have taken a slight hit here on match day 1. Salmon is in, as Gardner unfortunately makes way. Hopefully nothing too serious there. Salmon is listed as a defender. They put her more up top in that Reyes girls front 3. Maybe hoping for some hold-up play and some help in some creation, but Jamaica haven't had too many forays forward in this second half.
Good.
Arredondo, he stood up. Anderson thought it might have been a Jamaican throw. It's gone Mexico's way here.
Do it. Go, Mexico. Go, Carissa, go. Step 2. Somebody has to step.
Chance to cross this into the middle. The header is wide. Maria Perez and company were awaiting that cross in the middle. Just couldn't put it on target.
Hey, Abby! Go, Abby! Turn, up. Girl on! Good try, you're good. Come in! Go, George! You have it! Go, Shiloh, you!
A lovely push and a chase here. Ball into the middle by Monroy, parried. And then Jamaica do well defensively to slam the door shut on the back end there. That could have been a second opportunity there. Reyes girls clear it, but again, Mexico do so well. They quickly vacuum it up and replenish the possession. That's been the secret to the sauce here for Mexico. Their ability to quickly dispossess Jamaica and win the ball back. Here's Perez. Lays this off. Monroy into the middle. It could still fall for a chance here. Arredondo on the turn. Was she fouled there? No. Referee says it's all ball. Arredondo, though, is down hurt. Jamaica throw in on the near side. Quickly put back into play by Salmon here. Gets it back from Walters. 10 minutes plus stoppage time left. Walters dispossessed. Arredondo back to work. Lovely give and go through the middle here.
She's behind you.
Arredondo tries to loop this over the top. Simmons does well for Jamaica. But Mexico again win the ball back. And the shot is saved by Barnes. Really good save to deny Cabrera. Well, that nearly opened up perfectly for Cynthia Cabrera. Gets the shot away. Good save by Chevanique Barnes. On the turn, it's Rojo. Sanchez. Oh, had the right idea with that ball over the top, but Barnes gets there first for Jamaica. Delgado surveys the scene. It is cut out in the end by Salmon and cleared away. Rojo thought about lining one up. Mexico still probing here. Another try from Sanchez, another block. And it's cleared away. Well, Daphne Sanchez continues to try to find a goal from a long distance. But she's thwarted once again. This time plays in Arredondo. Puts in a good cross. Good save by Barnes, who's bundled over. And Jamaica will get a free kick.
Okay? Yeah. Okay. This is foul.
It looked like Cabrera tried to follow through there after she couldn't win the header and I think rammed into the side of Barnes there. Yep, there was contact, no questions about that.
No! No, out wide! Good try, step up, step up, step up, step up.
Arredondo, lovely
Yours,
touch.
Abby, yours. Good.
Gets it back from Cabrera, not quite. It's cut out.
Clear, clear.
And did Jamaica keep that in? The answer is no. Throw in for Mexico on the near side.
Turn! Turn!
Now then,
Why? The boat!
the rotting run from Nunez is held up.
Good.
Arredondo wins a corner off the ricochet.
Final player, turn! They're playing fast!
Hey, guys,
We're not fast!
just finish one. I want you from. Hey, never mind, come up. Carissa,
Carissa, switch! Cara, switch with Carissa.
Hey, but I want your head up.
Carissa! The boat!
Corner is taken short. Oh, but the referee spotted an infraction in the penalty area here, but I believe is given the free kick to Jamaica. Despite a Mexico player being down here. Well, what happened is the question here. Well, there was clearly a tangling of players there. But the free kick goes Jamaica's way in the end. This will be Abigail Gillette, who slips but gets good distance on the clearance. You see there, Reyes a hat trick, Urbano a hat trick. It was Concacaf, maybe the best goal out of all of them, at least from a distance standpoint. Adds up to a 7-0 Mexico lead.
Watch your right, KK. There you. Go, Sui, go. You're Chanel. You're Sarah. Good.
Nunez.
Up, up. Good.
And Arredondo battling for it. It will be Mexico's free kick. Well, Grant just would not let anyone get at it.
Freeze it, Talisa.
And actually, I think it hits off of Grant's arm in the early stages of that, and then, well, she just protects the ball with her lower body. That's whipped in by Sanchez. It's on the doorstep here. Chance for Mexico to add on, and they do add on. Emily Delgado with her first goal of the afternoon makes it 8-0 to Mexico, putting a cherry on top of what's been a delightful display here in Group C. Again, it's Sanchez on the delivery here, just kind of pinballs around. Once it lands into the penalty area here, Jamaica try to get the clearance away, but it's a first-time finish by Delgado. Really good, really ruthless from Mexico, but you have to be when there's a spot in the World Cup at the under-17 level on the line. Fourth different goal scorer from Miguel Gamero's group, who have just been outstanding pretty much from start to finish. Rare pressure here from Jamaica up the other end, but again, it's Lopez who outlets to a teammate. Remember, Emily Delgado was the player that smashed a long-distance shot off the crossbar in the first half. She gets on the score sheet after all, as that cross bounces in for Barnes to collect for the Reyes girls with 2 minutes of normal time remaining. Sanchez, lovely ball roll past two challengers. It's gonna deflect out for another chance here. Shots deflected off the boot of Perez. And it'll be a Mexico corner.
Front foot. Look! Oh! Step!
Sanchez takes it short. Gets it back from Campos. Sanchez into the middle. It's headed down. Oh, it was kept alive. Maybe comes off a hand in there. Referee did not see it, however, as a handball. Arredondo slithers it in. Bianca Arredondo adds on to the Mexico lead with a lovely finish. And we continue to see the pearly whites from the Mexico players, smiles all around. Well, Arredondo places this so beautifully, nearly perfectly into the bottom corner. There may have been a high boot that kind of puts the goalkeeper off here. You can see on the back end, Barnes maybe thinking that her defender was going to get something on that. it didn't happen. And Arredondo is onto the score sheet for Mexico as we tick down towards stoppage time. And again, Jamaica a bit late to react to the restart. And the volley from Sanchez is palmed over the top by Barnes. Corner kick. Another stinging Sanchez attempt.
Good
Good save by Barnes. And again, Jamaica defensively are a bit asleep here. Mexico get the corner in very quickly. You can see Barnes was yelling at her defenders to mark up. They did not. Still a chance here. Rojo slaloming her way through. It's out for another corner.
Caballeros, la cuarta árbitra ha anunciado que se agregan por lo menos 3 minutos a este segundo tiempo.
Mark up, there's one.
And again, you can hear mark up coming in from
Step
Barnes.
out.
It's played short. Sanchez does so well. The cross.
Oh, Teresa, come on.
It could still fall for a chance here for Mexico. And on the challenge, the Reyes girls will clear it. Just about. And now it's firmly sent forward as we're nearly halfway through a minimum of 3 added minutes. Well, you could tell that Mexico have worn down Jamaica as this second half is played out, really.
Good. Yes,
Just too much quality. Arredondo. Another cross into the middle. Good header away by Jamaica. As we head to the final minute of stoppage time, it's still a Mexico throw. Rojo gets it back.
Step.
Well, edge of the area, Sanchez on the turn. It's Arredondo into the middle. Jamaica got the initial chance parried away. It's up for grabs on an overhead kick. But it's a high boot in the end and a foul. Going against Mexico here is Cabrera. Went for the spectacular there. Tough to do that in traffic, however, and that high boot does make contact. But Salmon, easy decision for the referee. That's given back to Arredondo. Falls for Sanchez. It'll be time for one more attack here. Rojo. It's going to be Perez, blocked. Still Perez. And the header is just wide by Cabrera. And that'll do it. Full time in Alajuela. A mesmerizing, majestic, marvelous performance from Mexico to open up Group C play. A dominant 9-0 victory puts them firmly at the top of Group C. It is a big setback for Jamaica, no other way to put it. Difficult for them, but they're still in it, of course. With that second place spot being available, the Reyes girls will have a chance to bounce back in the days to come. But just too much quality from the likes of Reyes, Urbano, Uscanga, Nunez, Garcia, Arredondo, Delgado. Just about everybody that played for Mexico played a part in what was a resounding victory. Miguel Gamero's group make a huge opening statement here to the rest of the teams in the group that if you're gonna beat Mexico to the top spot in Group C, you're gonna have to earn it. And again, 3 points on the board, but almost as importantly, a +9 goal differential through one match day. That puts Mexico right where they want to be as they will take on Panama next. For the Reyes girls, they'll get Costa Rica on Thursday. That'll be a must-win game for them if they hope to keep themselves in the mix here in Group C. But overall, a class performance from Mexico. Again, just about from start to finish. Remember, Jamaica had that opportunity in the opening minute, but after that, Mexico were dominant throughout. And really, it was a team effort. Just about everybody played a part in one way, shape, or form. And Mexico put themselves in a very, very good spot moving forward in this tournament. A great foundation that they hope leads to another berth in the Concacaf, or beg your pardon, in the FIFA Women's Under-17 World Cup in 2026. But in these CONCACAF W Under-17 qualifiers, it's Mexico who get out on the right foot. We talked about how important each game is at this tournament. Mexico and Jamaica, of course, both of them took that to heart, but it's Mexico that back it up with a really impressive performance here at the end.
Bueno, me encuentro con Mía Urbano, primera victoria de México en este torneo.
Hola, pues es nuestra primera victoria, vamos a seguir por más y yo creo que todo el equipo hizo un muy bien trabajo, hemos trabajado por esto y pues a seguirle echando.
Debutás en este torneo con 2 goles por primera vez.
Estoy súper contenta, súper feliz, pero otra vez era de todo el equipo, todos los goles fueron de todas, entonces estoy muy contenta y feliz por mi doblete.
¿Cuál fue la fortaleza de México esta mañana?
Pues la fortaleza para nosotras fue ser intensas, comunicarnos, que vean toda la porra que estamos unidas en el campo.
Muchas gracias, Mía.
Muchas gracias.
Listo.
So complicated match for Jamaica. What did wrong today?
I think our communication was a little bit off. I think we need to be more direct with that. And I think the trust with the players, we didn't trust each other. So I think that's what we need to work on, yeah.
What you got to focus on for the next match against Costa Rica?
Just trusting the plan. I am just trusting the coach's word and just sticking to that, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we heard there from both camps. You heard Mia Urbano talk about the strong performance from Mexico and how they'll try to keep that moving forward in the right direction for match day 2. Lots to work on from Jamaica's side of things. A pretty candid response from Kalila Daly about what they need to do moving forward. Sean St. Jacques here with you. We wrap things up for our first game of our triple header with full-time highlights, and well, you're going to see a lot of great moments from Mexico. They were just so dominant throughout the match today. They win it comfortably over the Reyes girls. You see here, we pick things up pretty much in the second half with a lovely finish from Sidlali Reyes. Really ends up being the player of the match. Scored a hat trick, had 2 assists as well. The captain left early with an injury. Hopefully that doesn't impact Mexico's campaign the rest of the way in the group stage here in Group C. Again, Mexico top of the group after a very thorough and comprehensive victory over Jamaica. You see a good save there from Barnes off the header from Mia Urbano, who also scored a hat trick in this game. This was the 3rd goal from Mia Urbano. Just sneaks it through, picks out the bottom left-hand corner, and that really helped Mexico on their way in the second half. Mexico were already 4-0 up going into the second half. They would score 5 more. Reyes and Urbano both completing hat tricks. And others would get involved as well. Long distance shot, a belter of a strike. Uskanga. Just a marvelous hit. That continued Mexico's momentum in the right direction. Remember, the goal differential could be a massive component in how this group plays out, so you can't fault Mexico for continuing to add on as the match continued. Arredondo was stood up there. Jamaica had some positive moments defensively, but you heard Kalila Daly talk about it. Need to be better with their communication at times, and they're sticking to the game plan. Arredondo eventually would score, slithering that ball through. Jamaica's defense at times just not able to cope with these kinds of moments of quality from Mexico. Again, defensively in particular, they'll have to try and improve. But Barnes, great save there. What a strike from Sanchez. Barnes puts it over the top, and then here, Perez nearly finding a teammate in Cabrera. And that would do it. Mexico thoroughly deserving of all 3 points. They were absolutely fantastic throughout. That puts them with a good foundation moving forward with their sights set on that berth in the 2026 FIFA Women's Under-17 World Cup. Full-time stats look like this. Just a dominant performance from Mexico. Jamaica never really had a kick in the opposition final third. And out of the 15 shots on target, 9 of them went in. That's about as clinical as it gets at this level. So an update on the standings. Costa Rica see things out against Panama. They get a big win there. But Mexico thoroughly beating Jamaica. They go into first place at the top of the group on goal differential. That could really help Mexico throughout the rest of this group stage. That will do it for our first game of the day at the Concacaf W Under-17 qualifiers. Mexico wins it by 9-0 over Jamaica. The scene shifts to Group B after a break. We'll have the U.S. against Bermuda coming up after our first intermission of the day. We'll see you in a bit for Game 2.